Buongiorno, welcome at Toscana Mia. Today we are preparing a bread. We are preparing a ciabatta. Ciabatta is one of the best known kind of bread in Tuscany, and this is a veloce, is a fast one, easy to make. So we need, first of all, flour. This is the all-purpose normal flour, plain flour, so nothing special, something always available. Then we need some water, some honey, some salt, fine salt precisely, yeast, absolutely yeast, if you have fresh yeast like this one, otherwise dry one. In the recipe you will find also the quantity for everything. Then we need some polenta flour, some coarse flour that you will see is when we fix everything we need. It is not in the dough now, but it will be used for the preparation. Then of course we keep some flour on its side, extra flour for the working. So first of all we add here our flour. In the flour of course we have to dilute our yeast. So now we have here the water in which we dilute the yeast. Okay, then with the yeast we have to dilute our honey. Okay, so sticky. So you see, that's really, the honey is a big help. If you want, you can use also sugar, but honey is much healthier. It mixes much better whenever we are preparing a dough. So we mix the two things together to be sure that everything is melting well. With a fork is usually much better because it breaks the yeast and it helps to breaking the honey. A little bit. Oh, we don't lose anything. All our honey here. You see, everything is now diluted in here. So we can add our flour. In a certain way, we let it really sit and rest here. Okay, now 2 tablespoons of the salt. Humidity, okay, we will break it later. 1 and 2 tablespoons. Then we go on mixing everything. We have to check that all the humidity of the water is in here because we need it. Okay. Mix everything with the fork at the beginning. You see, that's how easy it is. And really, to make a good bread is always a good solution. Then some flour in your hand, and then you can finish the mixing of it. You get all of what is on the walls of the bowl, and you mix everything. A little bit more flour for the work. The extra flour is never waste because we never know exactly how much we can need. So always keep a container of the extra flour on the side for your necessity. And here is your dough almost ready. Then it has not to look great and beautiful, this one. This one now has just to rise, and we have to let it rise for 90 minutes. For 90 minutes in a warm place. So usually what we suggest is to keep it in the oven, closed oven, has no draft of air coming in. Draft of air can destroy our work because the draft of air doesn't make it rise properly. So in the oven probably is the best place. So closed, no draft of air. Maybe if it's a little bit cold outside, you have the light on in the oven. Okay, so it has not to look smooth or other, it has to be like this. after 90 minutes. This is the dough for our ciabatta. Now, the funny different thing is here on the board we put some water to get it a little bit wetter here, because now we are having some plastic to cover down here. So 2 pieces of plastic. Do not fix it smooth and perfect, because this will represent the wrinkle of our ciabatta. Isn't it strange? Then a little bit of flour, of course, here to cover. Then we will get, of course, some flour on the top of our focaccia, but that's normal, it's a bread. Then we take it out. Oh, it's so soft and nice. Okay. And we move it on the plastic. Some flour on the hand, of course, to take it out, because it's really very, very soft. This is going to be a very, very nice bread, sincerely, and not a big effort. Not kneading. That's a strange thing of this one, but it doesn't need kneading. Here it is. Here we are. Then we open it here, just a little bit, to give the shape of a normal ciabatta. This is going to be our bread, irregular, don't worry. Irregular here and there. Okay. Then on the board here, that is going, the tray that is going into the oven, we'll fix some polenta flour or some coarser flour. This gives the possibility not only not to stick it, but really it gives a surface so that it can breathe better into the oven when cooking. Okay. Then we do this funny, strange thing. That is to take it and then we flip it in it. That's what we do here. We give the shape again. Of course, if you make it more flat and larger, you will get something more like a kind of focaccia. In this way, you get your bread. Then fingertips in oil, just to put some oil on top. This is always very nice, together with the flour. Then the oven is on, the temperature for centigrade is 220, for Fahrenheit is 400. There is a container of water in the oven to give humidity, so you have to let it during all of the cooking. So we are cooking our ciabatta like this in the oven. It doesn't look great, but don't worry, it will be a great bread. So 30 minutes and then we will have our bread ready. And here we have our ciabatta after 30 minutes. Let's check after 20 minutes, so it doesn't get too much color. This was 30 minutes. And here we have our bread here. And then let's slice and check how it is. Sorry for you that you cannot smell it and you cannot taste it. Wow. But I think really you can consider our bread is ready for today. Bye.